Building a college list, I think, is a really personal approach. For me personally, I was super obsessed with looking at high tier schools and wanting to be the best student I could be at these schools. But I think now, knowing what I know and about fit, you need to find the school that fits you. As weird as it sounds, find the school that vibes with you the most. Look at their YouTube channels. Look at people's dorm videos. Those are really exciting. And see which ones really call to you. Additionally, looking through the curriculum for your major, that is going to be the most important. If you have a school that is really research heavy, but you know that you want to go straight to work after your bachelor's, maybe that's not the school for you. Maybe you need to look at a school that's more focused on, startups and innovation and stuff right there rather than long-term research. Looking for colleges depends widely on where it is you want to study. If you're looking to go in or out of the country, in or out of state. I personally took the approach of looking at different states and what colleges they offered. There are really great resources online. I'm pretty sure the Princeton Review, US College News, they all offer these different resources as well. But really looking at your major, I think, is going to be the most important here. Location-wise is important too. I personally could not live in a really, really hot environment, so that might be something to look into. How many colleges you should consider applying to varies on how much time you have, and if you have specific schools in mind. Myself, I applied to like 30 some schools because I just wanted to see where I could go. Other students are much more specific and have certain target and reach schools, and those will be kind of the ones you have to be a little bit more picky about. I suggest applying to most target schools where you have a good chance of getting into. If you spend too much time applying to reach schools or schools that you really have like a 10% or lower acceptance rate, you're not going to get the results you might want because so many students are applying. So target schools are really a good option there, but anywhere between 5 to 10 schools is usually about average. If a college says they are test optional, that's what they are. They are test optional. They will not consider that as a factor, negative or positive, into your application if you accidentally send the score, for example. Where I would recommend students to take standardized testing like the SAT or the ACT is if they have a low grade somewhere else, or maybe they didn't have enough extracurriculars. If something is lacking in your application, you want a good data point to improve it. So that is where taking a standardized testing and doing well would improve. And well within their average. You don't want to be just below it. If it's below it, don't even bother sending it. When you're applying to a test optional college, how you would stand out is largely through extracurriculars and essays, and having a cohesive story across your application. And this is where us as college advisors help you strategize. When I help my students, I ask them for every aspect of the application. I walk them through it and make sure that everything makes sense and aligned with your goals. Without a college advisor, you might forget certain aspects of your application that need to be taken into account. And I have seen this firsthand where students forgot to take a certain piece into account and it didn't end well for them. As an application reader for NYU, my advice to students would be to don't give colleges what you think they want to hear. They will see right through it. It is best to be yourself. And as a reader, we can tell when a student is showing up as themselves, passionate about what they're interested in, and sharing stories that are original to themselves, as opposed to someone who is just picking whatever's popular that year in terms of, anything that you might see online and going with it. So be yourself. Usually the quirky, odd students are the ones that are really successful because they stand out.